All right, everyone. He began his career as a decorated NYPD officer, and then, after being sidelined by an injury, he began working security for a number of A-list celebrities, which then led to his move into acting and producing. Now, this multi-talented guy has added author to his list of credits. Let's welcome Steve Stanulis to the show, who's here to tell us all about his book, Sex and the Shield. And this is a must-read, and it's a quick read, so I've learned. How are you?
Good, thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, we like new faces, and you're kind of a unique guest. So let's get right to it. Why did you decide to release an autobiography, a tell-all?
Well, again, when everything happened back in like '99, I got approached, and I was offered a lot of money to do a tell-all, but I didn't want to throw anybody under the bus. I kind of wanted to do it under my terms, but I really had nothing behind me yet to make those type of demands. So as time went on, we were talking about how all these books are doing great, all the books that talk about sex, celebrity, all these different things, and this book has every single element to make a top-selling book.
You compared it to 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, when we wrote it, I had a couple people read it, and a couple reviews we got were basically comparing it to the real 50 Shades of Grey. So I was like, well, it's pretty cool. So
I mean, we just got your attention with that right there.
No
doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it's flattering to be compared to one of the best-selling books, and to know some of the stuff I actually wrote. It's hard to believe it's like another lifetime ago.
Yeah, but this is you.
But it is me.
Let's introduce you to the folks at home. Talk about your past a little bit and exactly what's going to be in this book.
Sure. Well, when I started my first day of college, I met some guy, and he's like, "I got to go to work tonight," and I'm like, "Well, what do you do?" He goes, "I work at Chippendales." I was like, "Yeah, no way." So I'm like, "Dude, So he's like, "Yeah, come check it out." So I went, and all of a sudden, I seen guys basically.
Is that you in the cop? Was that you in the cop?
That's me and Kanye.
Hey, go on.
So anyway, I went there and I saw guys basically jumping on women, getting paid, and the girls saying thank you. What do I join? Right. So I started working as a male dancer. I got called by the police department. But never stopped dancing. I was going through the academy. I was actually on the Ricky Lake show dancing. I'm probably dating myself with Ricky Lake, but that was pre-social media. Yeah. I never wore my uniform, obviously. That's you would have gotten in trouble for that. But I did it. I never stopped. And then basically I got hurt. And one day I was at work, and this guy said, "Hey, I have these girls back at my pad. I want you to dance for them." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm a cop." He's like, no, really, I have these girls. So I went there. It was just two girls there. I danced. I got paid an exuberant amount of money. And he's like, "By the way, I'm Leo's money manager."
Like the Leo.
Like the Leo. And I'm like, yeah, great.
Like Titanic Leo.
Right. He's like, I'm like, great. He's like, would you like to work security for him? So I said, call me. Sure. So he's like, he calls me the very next day. He's like, "Leo's here, wants to meet you." And I'm like, okay, what time? So he's like, "Can you get here at 9?" So I said, "Oh, I have this bachelorette party. Can I get there at 9:30? I ended up getting there really late, and I walk in, and he's there, and we have nothing in common. He's the biggest star in Hollywood. I'm a Chippendale stripper cop, and make a long story short, we actually had the same injury. And he's like, "You mind if I see your scar?" So I'm like, "Yeah, as long as you don't mind a G-string I'm wearing." And I pulled my pants down.
I've already heard this story.
Yeah, and that's the opening, actually the opening chapter.
Of your book.
Yeah, so everybody thought it was great because everybody thinks cops are like straight and narrow.
All right. Listen, you're going to be able to catch him again tomorrow morning. Well, actually, I'm not sure exactly when this is going to air, but you're going to join us. We're talking Thursday of this week, KMIR tomorrow morning. But you can find Sex and the Shield by Steve Stanulis at Amazon.com as well as BarnesandNobles.com. It's his tell-all story. He's got a lot more to share in this book, and I believe there will be a sequel coming out as well. So again, a big thanks to him for being here. That wraps up this edition of Desert Living. I'd like to thank all of our guests today. Don't forget to catch Desert Living every weekday at 11:30 a.m. here on KMIR. Then again on KPSC at 12:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. Have a great day. See you soon.